Hi, this is Bill, and on this demo, I'll show you how to set the value of a field in ServiceNow. Before I do a live demo, I'd like to show you the concept of how forms work in the web, since ServiceNow is also a web application, where you can basically configure and set this inside ServiceNow. So now you have a form, and this can be any form. And in our example, we normally use the incident module as a record as we populate the form. So the form will be contained of fields, and those different fields will have its data or information. So if you'd like to display, so you're doing a get. So that specific get will come from a database, and that database of ServiceNow to be able to pull it, you will need a GlideRecord API. So you do a get using a GlideRecord API, have a return query, and now as you do a get, then it will do a set in your field values on your user interface. So on a high level, the different fields that you have in the form can reference multiple information coming from different tables. But if you look at it in a bigger picture, you are providing a context which is under the incident table or incident module. So your requirement or your business process right now, in our example, will be the incident module. So ServiceNow is giving you that relationship to help you define the integrity of the data, giving you the mechanism to set the value on this field. Now let us clear these drawings and drill down to the mechanism that actually does that. And since it will be implemented under the dictionary module of ServiceNow, as you can see, I've done a search in the application menu for those who are new in the ServiceNow realm, but coming from a web development background. The dictionary or ServiceNow dictionary is a place where you manage and manipulate and configure this type of implementations. And I have created a full video about dictionary and how it works that you'll find at the end of the screen. Now you can see the structure of how the field display value works. And it will come back to the concept of an MVC pattern. So you will have your model, which is connecting to your database. And this model now will serve as your blueprint as you do a query on the database. Now, the blueprint will have a script, and in ServiceNow, you will be using script includes. Ideally, this is what's recommended. And the dictionary is basically a reflection of your blueprint that will have the necessary attributes or different objects that will manipulate your fields inside ServiceNow. So and you will see the model that we're showing here is the table. So you have the sys_user in this example. So your familiarity with the table will definitely help. So what is the field name? And let us type name. And you'll find here that you have a specific field name on that table. And as you drill down, this is where your script is going to run. And you get to decide what value that you will display in your form. And let us scroll down, so you will have a query here. So the current object is the instance that ServiceNow has provided, giving you access that contains the necessary objects as your load or your forms basically loads. So by concept, what has occurred as you run this script, you have your database, your model, and your field. So you have your field, your model, which is your blueprint or your object-oriented fields. As you do a query, I do a get, it returns. Now it populates the different fields from your model. And as you do that, the attribute or the object that populates the form, you'll be using the current object. The current will contain the necessary information that we see here, the first name, the last name, and so on. And as you can see, if it has find something, then you can do an index, or if it does not find anything, then it will be using this field where you combine the first name and the last name. So by hierarchy, the in-memory script only occurs after you did a get from the database. So as the information returns and available for you to load, then this dictionary entry that manages this display value will come into play. So that's why you're not seeing any database calls in this view, because the current object already holds a data coming from the database. And if you would like to manipulate the data to display into the value, then you will need to look at reference qualifiers, which is also called the dictionary entry or the system dictionary, which you will also find in the playlist at the end of the screen. So let us do a live demo and show you that I will be putting a test value in the middle. So eventually right now it's doing a concatenation, the first and the last name, and adding a space for better visibility. And let us do a right click save. And now it has saved it. Let's move to one of the incident records. And as we drill down, you'll find as it loads, we'll have the test value inside the field or the color field. So in summary, let us drill down to the dictionary to give you a view. This field, what you see, manage and manipulate of these different objects inside the dictionary. So you will have the ability to manage the access or security, get information from the source or the database using reference specification. And you could add more attributes or fields or objects that will manipulate your display depending on your business requirement. And as I click new as an example here, out of the box, ServiceNow has already created these objects that you can fully utilize depending on your business requirement, which makes it so powerful because you can apply it depending on your skill set from a no-code aspect into a pro-code developer. And one of the key recommended best practices that I like to share with you is to always make your scripts global. Since you have a form on the front end, you have the different fields, and this business process or business representation will have a model database, which will be your database schema. And this database schema can be coming from ServiceNow or outside ServiceNow. And as you consume that information, we have a central script or script include, and that script include basically can combine this information. And now this becomes central and global to ensure the integrity and correctness of your form as you populate the different fields. So I've created software architectural patterns on how you can easily achieve this, that you'll find at the end of the screen. If you find this video helpful, join as a member, like and subscribe to further support my channel. My question to you, how are you populating the fields right now and where you are managing the filters and attributes of your field value? If you're not using ServiceNow dictionary and you went outside the framework, and it's time to rethink and learn how the ServiceNow platform works.